As simple as this line on one of my old songs called Random. When I say the very last line, I go, that Dan guy, he's so random. And I picked just three random verses. I was out with this dude, Sleeve, Brian. He's awesome. And he was Eric's friend. Of course, his name was Brian. And of course, he just fit in perfectly with the family of Spirit. And he's out there. I wish I could talk to him, Heavy Metal Brian. Anyway, we made this song random. And I picked three verses out of a song. I had an old stack of rap scraps I took with me because I was going to work on songs for a week, but by the time we got there, I only had like 4 hours to work on a song one night, so I picked three random verses, like one out of the new folder, one out of a recent folder, and then I digged in my old stack and I picked like one of my old best or favorite like spaz verses from when I was all my old psycho stuff from like before 1999 and 2000 years, and then I stopped writing anything like that. But most of it was teenage years. But anyway, I picked one of my favorite, like, random things out of there. I picked a couple, looked at them, I was like, I'll do this one, because some of them said too many things that I had to edit out, but I didn't edit anything out. So I picked the verse that was pretty vulgar and whatever. And the other two verses are really awesome and, like, lyrical. And the third one's lyrical, but it's violent and vulgar. And then at the end, I'm like, oh, sometimes you can get a bit out of control. That Dan guy, he's so random. And what Dan really means, and what the word guy really means. If you would say guys, that's like a ghost, a spirit. A guy is just a little cool personal human being nickname for a spiritual being. A guy. Hey guy. Like, you could say it to a girl if you wanted to, but you say girl then, because it's a reoccurring thing. Like a guy is a G-U-Y who is yoked yonder. Yeah. And anyway, and that's, a girl finds a guy, because a girl is a generating identity, reoccurring life. You know, they give more. It's a girl. It's cool. One is reoccurring that gives, like a woman, a woman, one that WW, vital, ongoing man. And then there's just man. But then there's also, we say man as in manifesting, because that's what we do. Who's the man? The woman can be the man. The woman can be the manager. Who's the man? I'm the man. And women are saying it now. But speaking the true word doesn't mean that slang is wrong. It just means when you use it in its context, it's the word. You're not using words wrong. You just have to speak with truth when you say stuff. Like, who's the man of the house? If there's no man in the house, it would be the wife is both. But she would just say, well, there's no man here. Well, there's human. There's man to be here. I mean, people don't talk that way, but it's truth. And people just don't want to hear truth. So to say it's not conducive to the people in the world to do certain things around other people and make propaganda of it to benefit for your own personal sleazy other stuff, I mean, it's just not right. That's not speaking wrong. It's speaking the word truthfully and not just an opinion. Because it's not somebody's right to offend other people all the time and then influence people who wouldn't have experienced that if it wasn't so readily accessed. And you can't prevent people, and you can't say, well, then stop them from doing it. You can't. You simply can't. And honestly, they have to learn. And since there's still people doing it, people still have to learn. And at the same time that I say these things, I appreciate the people playing those spiritual roles. I don't want them to be mad at me for putting down what they're doing, because they have a chance to change their whole spiritual path and go on to something bigger and better. Like even Beyonce and Jay-Z and all these people that are doing all this crazy stuff, they're doing great. They're awesome. But they're following the wrong path. They don't even know what God is. They think it's something woo-woo, and it's not. That's just something that they thought of or came across in a human experience, and I can explain all of that to them too. I've been through their lives. I've had sex as both of them together. I've made their children. I am their children. It's the weirdest life to have. And I don't want to be this guy because I don't want to tell stories to people about other people's shit. And it's not, it is my right to personally know. And it's their right to know that I know. And I would never harm anybody by telling what I know about them or feel from them wrongly, ever. If they asked, I would say. They know what they look like naked, so why would I have to explain it to them? I'm not trying to sit there and picture them naked in front of them, and I can. I don't want to, I don't like seeing guys naked, and honestly, I'm sort of sick of seeing women naked. I haven't seen a girl naked in almost 4 years now, I guess, in human time, but it doesn't matter to me. I'm just in love with life. I don't need anything else. I'm just in shock. I'm having a hard time experiencing such a heavy, constant spiritual pattern of life that I can't believe people don't believe in this, in stuff, in God. It's crazy to me that people don't believe in God and think it's weird that someone would talk about it. I think people have lost it in a way, lost their mind because they don't talk about it. So the power of the word is true. I mean, that Dan guy, he's so random because Dan is all things that are done. And guy is spiritual nickname for thing. So all people doing things. That Dan guy is random. Now let's get that randomness under control like this Dan guy has. From 25 years ago where that verse was from till now. This Dan guy has grown so much and he's not ashamed to say he loves himself for it, but he loves everybody for where they're at in their path too. And he's not trying to put them down for saying, here, I'm trying to help you because we've got issues, because we do. And people have got to come from their heart and really not lie anymore. And when they know something that can help people, they got to speak up, whether people get mad at them for it or not, because it's for them, not for me. I'm healthy as shit. I feel great. And not shit in a bad way. I mean, I'm healthy as, I feel so good all the time that it hurts me to see people hurt now. Now I'm that sensitive. I'm oversensitive, but it hurts me inside, but in a different way than, pain. I can mentally ease any physical pain quickly. I mean, heartburn, if I choose to eat something, I can calm heartburn and pass stuff out of my system like easily. I know what to drink to get rid of things, but at the same time, I don't introduce any more poisons or toxins or as little as more than 2 or 3 ingredient things as possible. I do not want to eat anything from a store because people that say that they put home quality cooking in their recipes or using preservatives and they're not really thinking about it. We're just living a life that's just passed down with old ways that aren't beneficial to us and they just have to change. Power of the word is strong. When people speak it right, it's good. So listen to people who really can say what they mean and you understand it. Don't let people talk you crazy, some willy woo woo stuff. I mean, I can tell you some wild stuff because it's all true too. But don't get stuck on it. That's all. You're still here. You're still trying to make a better world for you and me and everyone around you. Are you not? Or you're just going to let it fuck up or be a fuck up because you choose to or don't know what to do? Well, both things can be answered. And here it is, my friends. And I mean that when I say that. So until next time, I love you. Peace.